I want to talk a little bit today about stress, because we hear so much about stress. We hear people walking around saying, "Oh, I'm all stressed out." But we never hear anybody say, "Oh, I'm all stressed in." But the reason we're stressed out is because that's what we're doing. We're outside ourselves, and we feel like we have to squeeze this in, or whatever we have to do comes from outside of us, etc. And it's pressure against us, or there's not enough time, and I have to do all this. Okay, and we're identified with time, and we're identified with space. So that's a really good clue that we're outside of ourselves and who we really are. Okay, and what we really are. And what are we but spirit? Okay, or the light of the Most High. Okay, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and what I'd like to do today is share just a little technique to help you return back to your center, to help you let go of being stressed out, and to help you be able to be more productive, more efficient, without it being such a nerve-wracking and painful process. Okay? So the first thing I want to do is I want to call in the light of the Most High, or the Spirit. So we can say, "Lord God, send us your light." Or if you don't want to go the route of God or Spirit, okay, just ask that the Spirit within you, that which you truly are, come forth, and say, "That which I truly am, come forth. Please take whatever stress I have, and the second part of that is to tell yourself, however you call yourself, it's okay, and I'll just use a fictitious name, okay? Oh, it's okay, Ronnie, to let it go, if my name were Ronnie. Okay, and some of you may feel something move off you, or feel yourself move towards the center. Okay? Or what you can also do is visualize a toilet and let all this stress go into the toilet, and then flush it. And as you flush it, tell yourself it's okay to let it go. And just do that, and you can do that a couple of times a day. And you may reach a point where, when you start to visualize a toilet, this whole process may happen for you, and you may just feel the stress lift off of you. Okay? But I want to point out that doing this process isn't really the answer. It's a nice band-aid. Okay? The answer is for you to start staying with the spirit you are, or the light that you are inside yourself, and work things inside out. Because we found that when you identify with yourself properly, not as, "Oh, this person having to do all these things," but we found that if you identify with yourself as spirit, then you're just spirit in a body whose body is doing all those things. And you're not so identified with them, and they don't become such stressors. Because in order for something to be a stressor, we have to feed it energy. If we feed it energy, we're outside ourselves. And what we want to do is take it back to ourselves, take the energy back to ourselves, not feed it, and work in this world very effectively and very efficiently. Okay, and we do that process to help us return, but we have to do the second part of it too, which is to know ourselves and identify ourselves properly, that we are the light, or the Spirit, or the Lord God, whatever you want to say, and that's in us, and we live in that truth. And if we do that and identify ourselves properly, we won't have any stress. Actually, the stress will come when we've forgotten who we are. Okay? And that, in reality, is why we're all stressed out. It's because we've forgotten. And when we do all these things, we're really outside ourselves. And we perpetuate the forgetfulness. So it all has to do with remembering who we are and living in our true identity as spirit and as souls in human form. Thank you. This has been Dr. Roger Bruceling.